I wonder where this lone flea came from. This is a Mitsubishi Outlander. I guess it was caught up in the stolen catalytic converter thing. This is a 21. Customers definitely didn't take care of the car. It's beat up and banged up everywhere. But the converter was stolen, and it appears that they just went to a shop and had a test pipe put in. That's a no-no. Even if the parts aren't available, you don't do that. Because what happens is that customer will continue to drive his car around like that and not get it fixed. And I suspect that's how this went down with this Outlander. That the deductible was way too high for them to go and get it fixed. I've heard thousands, I've heard $1,500, I've heard $2,000 deductibles, and that forced people not to fix the car. So then they would just go to a shop and say, "Hey, can you just weld in a pipe?" And there's crummy shops out there that'll do that. They don't care about anything but themselves, and they'll break the law and they'll do the wrong thing. I would never do that. So the customer continued to drive around with no oxygen sensors, and this is old work. You can tell this is old work, probably at least a year old. So the customer continued to drive around with no oxygen sensors and no catalytic converter. That's so good for the environment and your fuel economy. But it's been so long since I've actually done one of these, I'm like, wow, I don't even know if I have O2 sensors in stock. And I had just a couple left, which I'm shocked myself that I had a few left. So this is out of Philadelphia, one of our used car dealers. And I haven't seen him in a while because he used to buy these by the 20s and the 30s because the dealerships didn't have parts to put on the cars that they were stealing. And the dealerships had the lot full of Outlanders that the customers, because the dealer at that time wouldn't put on universal parts nor send it to a guy like me to make it right, which I've done hundreds of these with no problems. And then at the end of the saga of stealing catalytic converters, because they put a kibosh on that. That the dealerships were installing aftermarket direct fit systems on these cars. But I don't know their businesses, and I don't care how that works. But they wouldn't send them to me. They would just let their customers say, "Oh, well, we're gonna buy your car back, and we're gonna depreciate it, and then we're gonna just get you in a new car and send you on your way." I believe that's what was going on. But yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I got the O2 sensors strung in, direct fit, and then I'm gonna weld in a universal cat, and then Rachel's gonna call them and tell them it's all set.